Welcome back to my channel. Today, we will explore a new trend that is changing the way people approach mobile gaming, the rise of distribution platforms that focus on player benefits instead of relying on traditional app stores with very high commission rates. Among the most notable names right now, I want to introduce X7 Game, also known as Xiao 7, a platform with more than 9 years of consistent operation that has established itself as a pioneer in providing officially licensed games with an optimized economic model. To give you the most objective perspective, I will not only focus on its outstanding advantages, but also point out the limitations you should consider when experiencing this ecosystem, especially through a next-generation graphical masterpiece called Glory Contest. This is an anime-style monster collecting game that is setting very high technical standards for 2026, but whether it is truly as perfect as rumored is something we will analyze right now. Understanding both how X7 Game operates and the detailed content of the game will be the key to achieving the smoothest and most cost-effective experience possible. First, we will take a deep dive into Glory Contest, an anime-style monster collecting and training game that is attracting a lot of attention on the X7 Game platform. In terms of advantages, the game truly makes a strong impression, with graphics considered next-gen in 2026, delivering sharp visuals with highly detailed character models comparable to dedicated console systems. The vivid real-time combat effects and detailed open-world environments help players feel the realism in every step of exploration. In particular, the game is very well optimized for high-end Android devices, such as the Realme GT 7 Pro, maintaining stable frame rates even when performing special skills with complex transition effects. Next, besides the visual highlights, we also need to fairly acknowledge the technical limitations that users may encounter. With a download file size of approximately 1,318 megabyte, Glory Contest requires your device to have sufficient storage and relatively strong hardware to run smoothly. In real gameplay, despite having smart optimization algorithms, the game may still experience slight frame drops in areas packed with heavy graphic effects or in crowded battles. In addition, since the gameplay focuses deeply on evolution mechanics that require a very large number of elemental stones, for example, the monster loaned needs up to 50,000 stones to reach God tier status. Players will face a fairly demanding grinding journey if they do not take advantage of the support packages available on the platform. Speaking about the combat system of Glory Contest, it is an interesting combination of tactical calculation and visual satisfaction, where monsters are divided into elements such as lightning, ice, and fire to create counter relationships. Players not only collect monsters, but also have to build formations based on area tensionaria, damage potential or crowd control effects of each species, to gain the upper hand in both PvE and PvP battles. The complexity of the evolution path and the diverse monster ranking system creates depth for the game, but at the same time, it is also a barrier that requires players to seriously invest time in researching strategies. Next, to make your journey easier, I will share some wealth building tips through the gift code system and the extremely generous beginner rewards that Glory Contest provides. The advantage of this gift code system is that it delivers significant power boosts to your team right from the early stages, allowing both free-to-play players and paying players to access high-tier resources. I will leave the codes in the comment section, or you can get them directly from the X7 Game app. When diving deeper into the economic analysis, choosing between periodic top-ups or a one-time large top-up requires careful consideration of cash flow and cost optimization. Overall, periodic top-ups often create a safety cushion for short-term budgets, helping users or businesses maintain liquidity instead of allocating a large amount of capital at the same time. However, this flexibility usually comes with a higher unit cost, as service providers tend to prioritize large top-up packages with deep discounts or bonus rewards to encourage loyalty. On the other hand, when considering capital efficiency, making a large top-up at the beginning may put pressure on immediate cash reserves, but in the long-term roadmap, it can save a significant amount thanks to cumulative incentives and protection against service price inflation. This is especially true in the context of inflation or when providers gradually adjust their pricing upward over time. Additionally, Economic analysis must also consider behavioral psychology, as small and frequent top-ups can make users lose control of total spending because each individual payment feels insignificant. In contrast, a single large investment forces users to plan more carefully and spend more strategically to ensure the value received is optimized. Therefore, the final decision is not only about the absolute number on the invoice, but also depends on each individual's or organization's risk management ability and financial strategy at each specific stage. Overall, this is truly a masterpiece worth investing your time in, thanks to its engaging gameplay, visually impressive graphics platform, and extremely generous welfare system for new players. However, to fully enjoy this virtual world, you will need some patience to overcome the language barrier and the somewhat unique initial setup process. To get started, you can refer to the quick guide based on the operating system you are using. For Android users, the simplest method is to directly download the APK file from the official website and proceed with the installation after granting permission for unknown sources in the security settings. Meanwhile, iOS users will need to follow the process through the Safari browser to download the trial version. Then make sure to go to General Settings to verify trust for the enterprise developer so the application can launch smoothly. If you are ready to conquer new challenges, access the official download link placed in the description and comment section of this video. In addition, do not forget to join the official player community so you do not miss exclusive gift code bundles and can receive additional Vietnamese translation guides to make your gaming experience easier and more enjoyable than ever before.